Yo, what's up, everybody? RageCage20 here. Before you slap that skip button like it owes you money, I want to just say I have some good news and some bad news about Spiritbox. If you're a Spiritbox fan and are excited about seeing more of that stuff on this channel, then you're going to want to pay attention. Just going to let you know. Now, we are back here with Spiritbox Holy Roller. I am excited to get into the song, which is the good news. The good news is I'm excited to listen to more Spiritbox, but I got some bad news that might affect the channel for a little bit here. So I learned a little tidbit of information that I'm not very happy with, and it's kind of dampened my spirit on listening to Spiritbox. Now I'm sure this is gonna piss off a bunch of Spiritbox fans, but hey. Get over it. I don't know. So of course they were supposed to tour with Falling in Reverse and what have you, along with a bunch of other bands. Now I'm not 100% sure exactly what happened because there seems to be a lot of assumptions or something that's going on here. All I know is that it seems like people are trying to cancel Ronnie or whatnot because he probably did some fucked up abusive stuff way back in the day, or something like that. It seems to be what is the thing. So apparently fans, which I don't think it's actual fans, I think it's just Twitter warrior troll fucks, decided to come at Spiritbox and say, fuck you, how dare you tour with these people, and blah blah blah. So their response to that, instead of being super awesome and being like, no, fuck you guys, like, we're gonna do this tour. If you're true fans of us, you'll support us. Instead, they gave in to their demands and they canceled the tour and have refused, so as far as I know so far, to make any comments as to why they did such thing. Gotta tell you, that really put a kind of sour taste in my mouth. For Spiritbox. Now, don't get me wrong, I've only heard one of their songs and I still listen to that song. It took me actually a couple of weeks after that to be able to kind of be like, okay, I'll start listening to them again. Not gonna lie, but I don't know. For me personally, because I hate people that listen to what other people say about them or to them. Like, if people come at me and just like, you're fucking stupid, you shouldn't be doing this, I'd be like, I don't care. That's the kind of person I am. So seeing people be like, okay, well, just like us and listen to us. We'll follow your demands. I ain't about that shit. So it's kind of really has me disappointed with Spiritbox. I still think they're good. I still like their music, but like it's got me a little bit of a distaste that they rolled over that easily. And if they would have been like, fuck you guys, we're doing it anyways, then I would have been like, fucking love this band. I'm doubling down on how much I love them. So really disappointing. So after this one, the reason I bring this up is after I do Holy Roller here, because I wanted to do Holy Roller, and I did appreciate I absolutely loved and appreciated their other music, and the other song, I forgot about it for a second. It made me cry, and I really appreciated that moment that I had with them. It's just, I don't know, someone who can scream so viciously, I feel like you're not allowed to be bullied around by other people. Just scream in their face and say no. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I did appreciate the music and I really like their music, but after this one, I think I probably will not be returning to Spiritbox for quite some time. I don't know. Call it a mini protest, if you will, but it's just like, until they come out and maybe explain it a little bit, to be like, hey, this was going on and it made us feel this way, or maybe we didn't feel safe being in the company of some of the bands that were going to be there, has nothing to do with Ronnie or something. If they come out and say some shit, if you guys know if they have, and you can send me a link or whatnot, that would help. But then I might be like, okay, that I can understand. But right now it just seems like they gave in to Twitter warriors. And it's like, come on, man. Like, come on, man. You're someone who screams that viciously cannot be that big of a pushover. Come on, that's not how this works. So, well, you know, that's how I feel right now. I do want to check out this song because I wanted to check out this song, but after this, like, I'm kind of done for a little bit. So I'm just letting you know. Unfortunate that it has to be this way at the moment, but just I'm just not feeling it, man. I'm just not feeling it. But I do want to listen to this song because I want to listen to this song. I've heard that this song is pretty intense. I heard that some people checked out this song and were just like, holy fuck, holy shit. And then listen to one of the other songs that I've listened to and just like, oh, okay, this is more, this is more, this isn't as fucking crazy. So that makes me excited. I love the sound of that. So, I'm excited to check it out. Let's not waste any more time than the 5.5 minutes we've already wasted. Let's get in here and let's explore. Holy roller. Is it an earthquake? What I hear rumbling? The fuck? Holy roller by Spiritbox. Let's fucking go. Oh, so our neighbor's upstairs. Okay. Ooh. Into life, take my body instead. Only Oh, got it. 1 second there. Let's go. All right. Nope. I thought I was gonna play. Well. Oh yeah. No, I could. I get what those words meant now. Those words have meaning now. While I love the artistic nature of that, and I love the switch back and forth, is definitely. I kind of feel like uh, the way the type of the screaming and the kind of the effects on the kind of more spoken vocals mixed with just some of the more basic thrashing kind of chords and whatnot. I could definitely see how the like first reaction if you never heard of Spiritbox and you listen to this and whatnot. Like there's even a chance because the only time you see oh my god starts with a C, right? Hold on. It should be around here. I could find it. That's so many what I'm not looking for. Courtney. Yep, that's how I see. Okay, Courtney. It's like, come on, I can get this. The only times you see Courtney, when you could tell it's Courtney, I want to say the other white and black and hair and crazy is also Courtney dressed up, but I could be anybody. Honestly, it's hard to tell with the context and everything to see the similarities in certain facial features and whatnot. But the only time you could see Courtney as Courtney, you know, she, as I've mentioned before, in the live version of a Nightwish song with Floor screaming, "Yours is an empty hope." It's like, it comes to me eventually. You, as I said in there, but people said, "Shut up, you don't fucking know shit." The toxic community of Nightwish is amazing. Um, um, but you can scream and have harsh vocals without it showing on your face. By just like, if I was speaking like this, I could be almost screaming. My mouth would have to be a little bit more open to have more air, kind of more of that kind of hollow screaming sound to come through. But you can scream without getting all aggressive and yelling and stuff with it and whatnot. That's kind of more for the visuals and whatnot. So I honestly believe that she could be screaming like that. Maybe not that intensely, because I did watch the one take she did, and like, yeah, when especially when she gets to that lower gravelly tone, she drops her jaw and everything. It's very open and round and whatnot. So maybe not some of those tones, but the kind of the higher pitched ones she could easily do with the face that she's doing and whatnot. So you could honestly think that there's not a female in this band if you know nothing of Spiritbox, never seen any of their other videos. You would just assume that Courtney, as she's portrayed here and whatnot, is just there for the video. She's not actually in the band. You could easily see that. So with that in mind, you could just it kind of has a bit of an indie metal group kind of sound to it. So like you could easily see I could easily see someone who this is their first impression of Spiritbox, just kind of be like, okay, like, I respect the lyrics and what they're going for here, but like, okay, it's kind of a weird indie group or something like that. But like, if you listen to other stuff for them, like, I think the song has a whole new meaning and appreciation. That's just like, this is awesome. I like this. But I could see if this was your first taste, completely out of nowhere in the dark, you'd be like, the fuck did I just watch? What? I could easily see that. But for me, I liked it. I enjoyed it. I kind of perused like the pre-chorus, I guess, beforehand and whatnot, and knew obviously with not only the term "holy roller," but also the imagery and whatnot, that this was a kind of religious based song. Uh, but I really liked just kind of the religious nature and where this song was going visually and what have you. Really cool, really cool, really aggressive, and I like that. That was fascinating. Um, so let's see here. I'll see in the beginning here. Holy Roller. I don't know if this is supposed to be about someone in particular, or if it's just about an aspect of Christianity or something, or it could be Catholicism. It says, I mean, whoever made this contributor here said the song is chock full of religious Christian imagery. So I don't know, Christian Catholic. I mean, it's same thing, right? I'm just here to piss everybody off. I think that is why I was sent. Oh, I was created on this earth, was just to make people mad, but joke about it. Anyways, um, so right at the beginning here, Holy Roller sits in the garden we fled. Like, anytime you hear anything religious in garden and whatnot, I mean, you think the Garden Eden. It also, on Genius here, brought up a good point of the Garden of Gethsemane. I don't know. Apparently, it's the place Jesus went before being crucified. I really don't know much about the Bible, but obviously, you hear garden, you think of Garden of Eden and whatnot. But yeah. Anyways, blood into wine. Take my body instead. You know, the body of Christ, the blood of Christ. You know, the wine, the cracker, wafer, whatever. Holy roller sizzling red, blood and wine to my body. I got it. Anything else in here catch my attention? This part I wish had annotations in the verse, because the words I feel like have been taken and used in different like video games and whatnot, but I don't know where they come from in a basis root kind of way. So maybe someone can help explain this to me. But the verse here, born of blood and seraphim, that word I feel like has been used and taken and you interpreted in different ways for like video games and movies and stuff like that. But I don't know what. So it sounds familiar, but I don't know what that means. So I wish there was annotation. But anyways, stand to the left of me. I feel like it's something that Jesus might have, like, get thee behind me or something. Hold on, let me check here. When Jesus was crucified, two other criminals were crucified with him, one on the right, one on the left. One of the criminals mocked him, but the other criminal came to his defense, as recounted in Luke 23:39-44. I know that one. I've been there. Oh, 344. 39 through 44. Got it. One of the girls who hung there held and says, "Aren't you the Messiah? Save yourself and us." Well, I mean, the guy kind of had a good point. But the other criminal rebuked him. "Don't you fear God," he said, "since you are under the same sentence." 41. We are punished justly, for we are getting what our deeds deserve, but this man has done nothing wrong. And said, "Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom. I tell you, today you will be with me in paradise." The one to the left got it. Well, that's cool. That's deep. That's deep research in there. To grip the Nazarene. Again, that's another word I feel like I've heard it used differently, but it sounds familiar, but I don't know what that is. Crown of God, you wear it then. I assume that's the crown of thorns, but I don't know. To come and rapture me. Right, got it. Yeah. Okay. I'll pray for you. That's when I learned to cut my ties. When I die, you won't pray for me. That's when I learned to cut my ties. Got it. Yeah, I like the lyrics. They deep as fuck. They dark. They sinister. All right. I don't. We're gonna. I mean, it's a short-ish song. It's short for a metal song. 250-ish. So that's pretty short for metal. Like 3 minutes is pretty short for metal. Usually it's like 4 or 5. So it's a short-ish song. So we might go through a good chunk of it here. Might skip here or there, whatnot. The only things I really have written down is I like the pause and the sound at the beginning here. I feel like that either has some ties to the VHS looking kind of filmography that we got here in the beginning, and or I don't know, if the pause feels intentional with the sound and it feels like it has a deeper meaning. I don't know what it is, but that's one of my theories. But I feel like it also has some kind of religious kind of feel to it, but I don't know. The whispers. There's some whispers going on in here, something like that. Beauty with dark, meaning that especially the spoken word and whatnot, while a little creepy, did that mixed with the imagery of Courtney in here. Had this kind of beauty, peaceful happiness, while there's these heavy, dark, thundering metal chords and stuff going on around them and whatnot. So I love that mixture with the beauty, with the darkness and whatnot, and the heaviness and everything. I thought that was really cool. And then something at 110. I saw the tone and treble and tone. Yeah, okay, now I remember. I thought I said treble. I was like, that doesn't make any sense, but no, that makes sense. So yeah, that's all I got here. Let's explore kind of the song, keeping those things in mind. Sorry, before we get back into this, a little bit more talking here, because I just saw this in an interview with Courtney. She said this song was never intended to be a single. We wrote it in January to be an angry palate cleanser. Yes, on an otherwise dark, moody, atmospheric album. It sounds exciting. Our mission statement was, let's make the most ridiculous song that we can. and then they toured it before the tour was cut short, and they did it because they enjoyed the song, and they said that it was the highlight of every night. Very cool. All right, let's get into this. Let's drop down. Let's get into this song here. Let's right out the gate. This pulsing, stopping, pausing nature of the sound. Dun 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 dun. It also has almost like a hollow, like hitting a tube, kind of that hollow, vibrating, reverberating. Is that the right word? Sound coming out of it. Very cool. I like that. I like the pauses in there. Very interesting start to this. This is giving me major skin feels right here. It's just this kind of like heavily affected voice through different kinds of sounds and effects and vocal production and whatnot, that's just kind of very monotone, just kind of chanting something out while a bunch of other sounds are happening. Really cool. I like that. I like that effect. Creepy. I love it. Especially when it's saying religious shit. Also gives it that extra creepy factor. Yeah, I think Courtney does a great job in here, because you get, again, right when you're getting all this like crazy like heavy drums, and you're starting to get these chords, metal chords and stuff coming in, and you know, you just have her just normal white and black polka dots, just kind of smiling, just chilling, all happy. With, I'm pretty sure there's nothing altered with her eyes. She has these very deep brown colored eyes. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, from I noticed them very much. Well, not only in the last video, they really do hone in on her eyes, because she has these very enchanting eyes. So that, with the kind of the dark hollowness that her eyes can possess when she's just kind of like leaning into it, like, it creates this very like peaceful yet creepy, happy atmosphere, and this kind of beauty like nature with all the trees and everything, and just everything just kind of being very beautiful and peaceful around all this darkness, which again, amazing symbolism. Love that. And she also, from the two videos three videos, but from the two videos I've seen, to where it's been this kind of atmosphere, she has a great job at just kind of being like still and just kind of just like not breaking eye contact and just leaning into the kind of the unsettlingness that she's causing with those beautiful round, deep, dark brown eyes, just kind of like staring at you and just kind of slowly moving with it. It's just, I think she knows. I think she's looked at back. It's like, wow, I'm really good at that, and just fucking hard commits to it. I like that little stutter rhythm there. Da 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 da. I think that's a. I don't know if it's triple or just kind of delaying where the beat is compared to where the downbeat is. Da da da. You know, offbeat, onbeat, kind of swapping back and forth there. Nice little breakup of the rhythm there. I like that. Yeah, with how open she's speaking and whatnot, like easily she could be screaming like that with that mouth, almost with that mouth shape. She might need to be have a little bit more room to kind of create more of that hollow tone. But yeah, that could be her just straight up how she would be screaming this. But it just looks so peaceful. But that's not the sound that's coming out. I love that contrast that they're creating here. So not only do I like this kind of backing rhythm and riff and whatnot that's going on here, it's kind of got this nice metalness to it. Also, hear a little bit of sounds that remind me of the opening sound to Rule of Nines. to where you have that like no kind of humming, hollow, creepy sound over the top and whatnot, which is also creating good atmosphere to the sound. But I like that you have this nice riff going on in this, which is to that da da da, and they match the vocals to that rhythm. Really nice touch there. I like that. And then repeating back to this, just for 2 loops there, getting back into the screaming, what have you. Let's see. I mean, that easily could be Courtney. It's hard to tell. Like, if you could see your eyes, it'd be like, oh yeah, definitely. But I'm just pretty much only have like kind of forehead and chin definition to really go off because it's not the same color hair. But it does have kind of the same textures to it. So I think that's Courtney. No. I like this rhythm. I like this little almost sounds like kind of bird chirping a little bit. Kind of sounds like going on there. I assume the guitar is doing that. That's really cool. I like that. Right, I think this is the 110. Look at me being on the dot. This is the treble and tone that I mentioned. So you hear that very like chattering, clacky kind of trebly sound there. That's a really cool shake up from all this heaviness that we just had, all this deep, low bass kind of rumbly stuff, and now we get this very clacky, trebly sound. Yeah. First off, I like the boots, cats, cats, boots, cats, cats. I love that rhythm. That's such a catchy rhythm. I love that. That's awesome. Also, really good mixing and sound of the treble from that hi hat as this nice bright treble sound to it, without not being too hissy or overpowering. I like that. Now something about tone. I don't know if it's the sound of the no that goes anywhere that's in the background right now, but if it's just the general tone and atmosphere of the song. Not sure what I meant by that, but let's see if we can find out. Oh, she's looking to the left too. It's kind of hard because she's face on, but now I was like, is she looking to the left? And I was like, oh yeah, no, yeah, she is. Very cool. I don't know what I meant by tone. That's even what I said there. I don't know, but yeah, I like all that sound and everything that's going on there. It's really, really cool. What's that? I think it's mostly similar here on out, but just in case something switches up here that I didn't write down, we got a minute left. Let's just let it keep going. Oh yeah. I forgot all about this part. So like I think I was writing at this point, and I caught it out of the sides of my eyes as it kind of disappeared and slid away and whatnot. I was like, those hands. It's a really cool effect to do. It's especially when you can only see the fingers just like creeping out, especially from like hair and whatnot. Very cool. It reminds me of what I mean. This was mostly Maury. Nothing. I don't believe anything touched Violet. But in their cover, their very intense and awesome cover of "Rape Me" by I was gonna say Metallica. Nirvana and Metallica put together. Nirvana. Imagine them together. That'd be interesting. to where these hands just start coming out and just groping and just like kind of like smearing darkness and start tearing off her clothes and whatnot, and just totally fucking her up and whatnot. This is a much smaller degree than the intensity of that scene, which is very disturbing. Very cool though. Highly recommend checking that out. Just when Mori does a song, man, she fucking commits, and it's very, very intense, and I love it. But it's just kind of really cool when you have these like black kind of darkness hands just kind of coming over and taking over parts of your body and whatnot, especially when it seems like you don't even notice it and you're not even responding to it and whatnot. The symbolism that I'm sure is just layered in there is just intense and awesome in general, but it's such a cool effect, especially when you can have it come through her hair so you can't see the arms or anything, so it's just these creepy black hands like in a horror movie. So fucking cool. Her acting in this is very good. I just like the different cuts from the scenes and whatnot. Whoever put this together did a great job of her just kind of just general being peaceful with it, and just kind of just the little looks in different directions and stuff that she's doing with her eyes and her head position and whatnot. It's really nice in general. The sound is a little, it's like, I think they're doing a good job because there's a lot of sound happening here from the different what sounds like potentially electronically produced sounds mixed with the chords from the guitars and also the shred and drums that's going on in here. But there's also, I feel, some sound put in on top of that, and it's like, it's borderline, it's threatening to just kind of be an overload of sound, which I think is what they want to be the effect, but it's never so much just like, this is confusing my ears and just overloading my ears. It's just a wall of sound. It never gets to that level, which I appreciate, but it does just enough to create this very unsettling, intense metal atmosphere, which is cool. I like that. So I've noticed this a few times. I don't know what this is supposed to represent or be or anything. I feel like it's something you can maybe click, but YouTube has programmed me to be like, it's something you can click, but it's not actually something to click because I don't think you can do that anymore. I think they got rid of that feature. Anyways. Well, that's not true. They had the annotation, so you can still click on the. Anyway, sorry. Let's go back here a little bit because I just realized that we're on the bridge breakdown kind of section of the song, and you can hear the pauses in between some of the guitaring and the drums and whatnot. That really feels like we've gotten to that slow breakdown metal section here, and I like that, especially with the slightly more intense screaming that's going on in here. I love that. It has this, yes, heaviness to it. Again, facial head position and facial features that she's using in this is very well done. Just that kind of like slump forward that when the "You will not pray for me," which sounds to me like it says you will pray for me, but maybe it's won't. I don't know. I'm assuming this got this right. There's like 30 contributors on this, so I would hope that they would get the correct lyrics out of 30 people. But yeah, she moves forward, gets more intense with the eye look up thing, and then just like slowly moves her, like rolls her head to the side while looking that direction. Just like the little thing she's doing with it's just all, pretty much the whole video is zoomed in on her face. So besides the imagery in the back and the hands, there's not a lot going on. So what she does with her expressions and everything is very important to make the video have life and whatnot. And she's doing nice little subtle changes and doing very well with it. Because I feel like that would make more sense. That it would be, when I die, you will pray for me. Because that's, what happened to Jesus. They killed Jesus. Now all of a sudden people worship Jesus. And, well, Christ is Lord and Lord is God. It's very confusing, in my opinion. Anyways, they do pray for Jesus now. So it's one of those things that when I die, you will pray for me. That would make more sense to me. And I still haven't heard the word won't. I don't know if it's just a soft T. So I feel like that is the lyrics. Hold on. Let me hear it one more time there. I think it's won't. Actually, I think that's right. But I don't know. Anyways. I think that makes sense. Nice drum fill there. Nice energy push back in here. I like that little kind of little pitch bend there that the guitars do. That's nice. Something interesting going on with the rhythm here. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's causing it. I don't know if it's a specific time signature or if it's just emphasizing certain beats that may be on and or off the beat. I don't know if it's syncopation. I don't know if it's triplets. Something is happening here it's kind of breaking up where the downbeats should land in a consistent normal, because they're a normal standard way, and it's kind of pushing where the hits are happening, which is causing this very disjunct rhythm, which sounds really cool. I don't know what it is. I would probably have to see it written out to know what exactly it is, because it's not, my ears aren't picking it up, but I could pick it up that something is happening that's really pushing the rhythm around. Yeah, something happened. I like that she kind of like falls back there when it says falling down. Well, falling slowly and down, and she just kind of it's like falls back in a way. Like eyes go wide there for a second. Again, facial expressions and everything, and head placement. She does an amazing job with. That was very interesting. I liked it. I kind of, again, as a from what I've heard from them, this being an angry palate cleanser, I feel like really perfectly describes this song. From what I've heard from them, like this really is kind of their angry message, dark palate cleanser before going back to other songs and whatnot. I've other their songs, I should say, which makes a lot of sense. I like Spiritbox. I really do. I've been impressed with Courtney's vocals and whatnot. And I find a lot of what they do to be very unique and out there and different, but they find a way to make it sound so good, and I like that. I do appreciate that. It's got a bit of a sour taste in my mouth at the moment, but if anyone could find me a link to where they may have said something about the whole situation, then maybe I can look the other way. But until then, I think I'm gonna take a couple month hiatus from Spiritbox and just not feeling it at the moment. You know what I mean? But either way, Spiritbox, thank you for the music. I appreciate your music. Thank you all for joining me, and I will see you all next time.